Hello, everyone. I am Lily Mae, creator of BlackMenSucceed.com, an amazing platform that introduces you to dynamic Black men around the world. And today's no different. So, Brian, if you would just introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about First Class Elite.
Hello, how you doing, everyone? I am Brian. I'm from Cali. I just started a clothing brand June of this year, so it's been wonderful. God is good. Just building the brand, just taking things to the next level, and we are constantly working and putting in overtime to make the brand better.
Yeah, and I see you have a great sense of style because that jacket is just,
Thank you.
it's standing out, it's popping out. So, have you always been interested in fashion?
Yeah, I've been into fashion. I want to say I go way back since middle school, high school, around that time. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that
Mhm.
was like around that time where Sean John and Rockaware was big, and Evisu and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
LRG. So
Mhm.
I always knew I was gonna go into fashion though.
So you were one of the cool kids then. That was
I actually was though. I was pretty popular on campus.
yeah, you were definitely one of the popular kids. If were dressing like that, I'm sure you were definitely one of the popular kids. Now, tell me, I guess if you could describe like, what makes, your style or your brand different from what's already out there for men.
I feel what makes my brand different from any other brand is uh basically the design. When I look at a lot of brands, just across the board, I see a lot of brands. They have small print, small logos, just very simple. And
Mhm.
mine's a little more exclusive. So I
Mhm.
feel I make my brand a little more exclusive because I want people to really, you know, uh, make make it seem like their purchase really means something. I really put a lot of time and effort into it. So
Mhm.
I love creativity.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, what has the process been like? You mentioned, it's been a process. So, can you take me through some of the steps that you had to take to bring a fashion brand to life? Because it seems like a huge, undertaking to like do a whole fashion line. So, like, what are some of the first couple of steps that you took to get this ball rolling?
Well, the first couple of steps, I established the name, and that was way back. I want to say 2015,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't get my DBA until 2018, I believe 2018, 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and so that was one of the first steps I took. And then last year, another a leap of step I took was me and my ex, we had started designs, and we were just doing a few pre designs and everything, just getting everything mapped out and just seeing where we going with the brand. We already had the logo, and we just started creating, basically
Mm-hmm.
started creating, and then somewhere down the process, kind of got stagnated. Things didn't go right, and she ended up dying too this
Oh
year.
my
So
God. I'm so
yeah,
sorry to hear that.
it's crazy. Yeah. So
Oh,
this past summer. So then, God just started to download me, and I found this thing called Teespring and got on there and just got creative.
wow, wow. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that, but it's really profound that you still move forward, with
Yeah.
business even during something as tragic as that. So that is
Oh yeah.
extremely commendable. What are like, I guess, some positive messages that, you would want to share to other entrepreneurs that are facing a lot of challenges this year, but they have a vision like you had a vision?
For those of the people that are having challenges, you might be facing challenges and starting your brand, launching your brand, and just taking that step of faith. I want to tell you, stay focused, dedicated, never give up. If you never give up, you cannot fail. I learned that the only way you can fail is to quit, is to throw in the towel. So we have to continue to push forward and go with whatever you think is creative. If you never start a thing, how would you know how it will end? So I
Absolutely.
feel success is knocking at your door.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so do you have some influencers that you work with your brand or, any brand ambassadors or anyone like that that's going to kind of help you move the message forward with First Class Elite?
I don't have not yet. I'm working with like a lot of small businesses as well. So
Mhm.
and we just building this thing together. Supporting one another, helping each other. I'm looking for that though. Yeah, I would love to work with Puma. So
Nice, nice. Yeah. And you never know. Anything is possible. Like you said, like once God gives you a vision, if you just take the first step, he will let other things kind of unfold for you that you could probably never even imagine. So you never know what's down the pipeline. That could
I
be
know,
very possible.
huh?
Very, very possible. So what future projects do you feel like are in the works for you? Like, is there a certain winter style that, you have in mind, or what's next for you?
Well, yeah, as far as winter, yeah, I just got through launching quite a few winter projects. So I have some hoodies, some new hoodies, sweaters, zip up kind. So I have a lot of great product that's ready, to be purchased. And as far as projects, we're going to be working on a community event. So yeah, we got to get the community going. We want to build a community. Doing backpack giveaways, food giveaways, and stuff like that. Working with other venues and things of that nature. And then ultimately, once this Corona pass, I want to do a grand launching.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I've been seeing people slowly get back to doing
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
things like that. Yeah. So for me, I'm like, not yet. I'm gonna give it a couple months before I go to any events. But I see that people are slowly starting
slowly. Yeah, yeah.
return to that, which I definitely miss live events because it's nothing like a grand opening or a live event or something where people get to kind of connect with you and your brand in person. So until then, though, you could definitely consider maybe doing a virtual fashion show or a virtual event. You
I
know.
know, right?
Mhm.
It's kind of different for me because I'm more of a guerrilla marketer. So
Mhm.
it's hard for somebody that's so used to communicating with people
Mm.
and talking amongst people and connecting and networking versus doing
Mhm.
everything online and online
Mhm.
marketing, online branding. It's like it's
Mhm.
a lot. It's a challenge for me.
It is, and it's a challenge for me as well because I used to host, like I said, a lot of in-person events, and I love that in-person energy. And it's just a really big difference when you're doing something online. But as entrepreneurs, we definitely have to be open to being flexible and
Yes,
like pivoting, which I'm sure you've had to be extremely flexible this year because I know, like you said, COVID impacted everyone. No matter whether they were an entrepreneur or a
or
regular
not. Yeah.
professional. So, in what ways do you feel like you kind of, combated all the problems that COVID brought to being an entrepreneur? Like, what are some of the ways you pushed through or, got over such challenges when building a business during a weird time like now?
I think the biggest challenge with COVID is really just being able to do events and being able to network with people and really just present your brand.
Mm-hmm. 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 And yet you've made it through it though, because you're working
Yeah,
with others and partnering with people, right?
yeah. So yeah, we all getting through this thing all together, just taking it step by step and seeing how things go.
And so, one thing, switching gears a little bit, one thing I like to always bring up during my interviews with any amazing Black man that we're interviewing here is about how to maintain positive mental health. Because I feel like, it's something that we probably should talk more about in the Black community about how to,
Yes,
stay sane and how to keep a positive mindset. So, do you have any, I guess, tips or advice for how you maintain a positive mindset even when you're facing challenges?
I feel give it to God. If you facing any challenges in life, we have to pray, seek the Lord, because it's so many challenges. There's so many things going on. We as a black people, we're dying left and right. Every time I turn on the news, the police is killing this man, this woman, different states, different cities. I just lost a friend that I literally seen grow up that got killed by the police at
Mm.
25 years old.
Mm. Wow. Sorry to hear that. But like you said, it's definitely important to have a strong spiritual foundation, especially in this season, because I feel like this year has been more challenging probably than any other
Than
year.
any other year.
It's been like crazy. I'm like, is this the real world? I feel like we're in a movie. Like
I
we're
know. For
characters
real.
in a movie. So I'm excited, like I said, to introduce Black men that are still pushing forward, that are being successful, that are serving the community, that are being positive, and just so that we can inspire younger Black men that might not see opportunities and chances in different industries. So is there anything else that you would want people to know about you or your brand?
Well, one thing I want people to know about my brand is I have an amazing brand, and we believe in putting customers first. And we always going to put our best effort in whatever we do, whatever we create, the products that's being created. I'm giving them my all. The team is putting their all in there, and we just strive to just be the best that we can be. And another thing people need to know about me personally is I'm always fighting for change. I'm constantly, long as I'm breathing, I'm gonna be fighting for change, and
Hmm.
I want to see a change. So that's why I made the change, because people got to see the change in order for us to, see it on the outward. And so we have to come together, and we got to stand up for what's right.
Absolutely. And how can people connect with you or shop for your, clothing line? Like, what are your websites and social media handles?
My social media handles, you can go on either Facebook, it's gonna be First Class Elite, and that's my product page. And then you also can go to my Instagram, which is First Class Elite. So at First Class Elite, and you will find my link in the bio, and you'll be able to go on my website and see all the creativity and designs I have.
Fantastic, fantastic. So if you're watching, I encourage, look, Christmas is around the corner. So this is
Yes,
the time to support this Black man's business and shop with him. We have, all types of holidays coming up. New Year's Eve's coming up, Thanksgiving's coming up. You might need something a little comfortable and fresh for Thanksgiving, and
yes,
Christmas, so we got to get gifts for that. So this is a great chance to, support this Black man. He's also serving the community, as he mentioned, and being like a positive beacon of change. So I encourage anyone that's looking to definitely follow him on the social media platforms and definitely support his business. So thank you, Brian, for being willing to come and talk to us, and just for having the tenacity to, birth a business during a national pandemic. I think that deserves an applaud, because this
thank you.
year, I can only imagine, what this year has been for you, and you're still here smiling, still, being an inspiration to the next Black man, so that they know that they could push through anything, because I know you've pushed through some really unimaginable things this year.
Yes,
So I
very
applaud
challenging.
you.
Yes,
I
thank
applaud
you.
you. No problem. So for those of you who are viewing, if you want to check into more interviews like this, just visit our website, blackmensucceed.com. As I said, the purpose of my platform is to introduce different and dynamic Black men to you around the world, who are positive, who are successful, who are ambitious, and who are serving the community. Please also follow us on Instagram at Black Men Succeed. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.